My son plays baseball, and I learned that there are two games with a white ball. In one of them, you hit it and other people chase it. In another game, you hit it as far as you can, and you got to chase it yourself. Golf. I like baseball better. My wonderful, precious wife, Kathy, has a sister named Mary. She's very special to our family. She has a key to our house. She can come in anytime she wants. She was visiting about a month ago. She's got this little tablet thing, an Amazon Fire thing, and she was watching a 1960 debate between Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy. And it was a most amazing experience as I listened to this because they were very articulate, they were very direct, and they were very respectful. It was an amazing thing to watch. My son James actually also has one of these little Fire tablet things, and a couple of weeks later he was watching something, and I thought it was some of this vulgar music that's on nowadays, but it turns out it was a presidential debate. And I thought about telling him to shut that thing off because it was so disrespectful. And Dad, this is the presidential debate. These are the people who could become president. And I had a very ominous feeling in my heart. And I thought, how do I process this? How do I deal with this? I invite you on a little journey here with me to consider how I tried to deal with this. We have a movie at home about Pope John Paul II. He grew up in Poland. When Pope John Paul II was in college, the Nazis invaded his country. And their stated objective was to crush Polish culture. Turns out that the Pope at that time was a playwright and an actor. And one of the things that he did to preserve his culture was he would write little plays, and he would invite people into very secret meetings to act out these plays. And if they got caught, they would be killed. Well, we see how he turned out. Became an incredible leader throughout the country. That very difficult circumstance formed him and helped him. You don't have to look very far today. ISIS, they're slaughtering people. There are so many examples of dictatorships right here and now, in my parents' generation, in the current generation, in all of time. And then I started to think, maybe we don't have it so bad. You watch the debates and you see that, yes, we have this two-party thing and they're going like this, and no wonder people's brains are dead and their nerves are frazzled. But then we step back a little bit, and I love it when Bethany talks about her husband. He's running for mayor right here. In this country, we have so many levels of elections going on. We have so much power. We as individuals have so much that we can do to influence how our culture goes. It's so important for us to consider all of the local and the state as well as this national thing that's going on. Then I stepped back and I said, well, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do. And the first thing was to be grateful. I've been using gratitude a lot lately. When we really focus on what we have, look around just a little bit. Look around in the past. Look around in the present. And we come to realize we really do have it awesome. We have our struggles, but we really have it awesome in this country. The next thing that I do is I shut off the emotion. Those debates are designed to inflict all kinds of conflicting emotions and to put people on edge and to pretty much shut off the reasoning process. The reason James was watching this on his little tablet thing is because we're kind of like Craig. We don't have TV in our house, and we own a TV, but you can't get network television to save your life. Part of that is, frankly, I don't have time, we don't have time, but also because we want to be more selective. So step back and shut out the emotion just a little bit. You're all tapped into blogs, right? Maybe you are tapped into your church. Maybe you're tapped into your friends. The main way that I learn the news is I listen to you guys, and I listen to patients, and I listen to others, and they tell me the key things. Now I can go to those trusted sources that I have and try to get a little bit of an independent point of view. Remove the emotion, and then start to gather information on where they're at. Turns out you can download a ballot. You can download the ballot. I just did it yesterday and looked this over. So now we can see who's there. I can research the very people that are on that ballot, and I can get a non-emotional, objective point of view on these candidates. I'm going to take that thing to the polls on Tuesday. Where does this lead us? Friends, we're all adults. We're all professionals. We can all see how important this election is to us and how important it is for us to get involved. When my children argue with me about having to clean the bathroom, I graciously say, thank you very much, get it done. My friends, we need to get this done. I hope you've seen throughout this little journey here that there are strong examples throughout the world right now where dictatorships rule, and they don't have the ability to vote. Hopefully you've been able to see that, in fact, we have some good stuff going on here, and I've given you a couple of options. This last week we celebrated a birthday party. Birthdays are a big deal at our house. My daughter Christina was over with our grandchildren. Jacelyn is 7, Mila is 4, and they have so much energy. We need padded walls. I can't imagine where they get it. But that's where it really came down. I started to think about this, and I thought, that's why I vote for them. I invite you to do the same. Mr. Toastmaster.